I know you will not understand why I am sharing tears today. I know you will not understand when sometime when I make a post, I will go back to that very post and delete it. I know you will not understand until you are called on the video call and then you see a gun point on your mother because you are not right there, because they are after you, because you have been telling the truth. You will not understand. When you are on the video call and a gun is being pulled on your very mother, you will not understand. And you just have to do everything, just even when it's against your will, you just have to do it. Because you want to make sure, or you want to prove to your family, to your mom, that you can do anything, to keep her alive, to show her that you love her.
Isaac, please reach out to Pastor Abel Damina. You need protection at this stage. You need protection. I keep saying, okay, maybe you can just leave this Christianity job to people that are outside the country. If I am in the country, I have said this times without number on my page. You people, young ones, don't look at me and follow what I am doing. If you live in Nigeria, your life will not be safe. You will not be safe. I am telling you now. Don't look at what I am doing and do it while living in Nigeria. They will finish your life. And that is the truth. Many of you don't know what we are dealing with. Many of you think because you see them in suits, they hold microphone, they hold Bible. I am telling you, they are nothing but mafias in suits. They are mafias in pulpits. All your pastors. Now, if you look at what the victims of MFM go through, and you are not going to learn from it, and be very careful if you are in Nigeria, Isaac, you cannot afford to tread in some areas if you get to see this video. You have been doing your videos all this while, no problem. But trust me, you tread. I'm not saying Fufe is behind it, and I'm not saying he's not behind it. Honestly, I am not saying he's behind, and I'm not saying he is not. Capital, he is not behind this. You have been doing your videos all this while, no problem, until you went to this one. There are some pastors, you don't go near them. He is one of them. Because you are in Nigeria. If you are outside, it's okay. I remember all the attack I faced from his people. As in, they came into my inbox. A lot asked, Madam, where are you living? Madam, are you in America or you are in Nigeria? I say, see these people. In agreement, they are trying to find out my location. Isaac, you can say I don't even put my children out there. It's for their safety. Not because I don't have children, but I've chosen to do this. It's a risky venture. Very, very risky. Even because of it, I don't mingle here so that they will not get me down. This is my own ministry. And I will tell you, it's a very risky one. Isaac, go to Pastor Abel Damina. Call him one-on-one. He will advise you. Pastor Abel Damina, please, we need your help at this point. We know somebody like you. You are safe. You have your security. You go around with security, there is nothing they can do to you. And if in that country, 6 people buy behind a pastor, under a pastor, 6 people, until date. That is, since they kpai, nothing, no updates, no conviction, nothing. We no hear anything again. You should know you are dealing. Your people that you are calling pastor, they are worse than politicians.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. And like always, we are glad to have you here once again. And let's just use the opportunity to wish you all a very warm and nice day. And to also encourage you guys to keep on pursuing your passions, your dreams, and the things that you want to achieve in life. Like I have always told you guys, and I will keep on telling you, no one cares about you as much as you do for yourself. That the only one who cares about you the most is yourself. Well, I mean, your parents do, but you get what I'm saying. So you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you come ahead. Because believe it or not, things are really, really difficult in Africa. Life is really tough, and the direction that we are headed, if we all are not careful, if we all are not concerned enough, we might find ourselves in a very, very dark place that it might be very difficult for all of us to get out from. So I thank our auntie in the Lord, Auntie Adonai, for this video. And I appreciate and celebrate her for all the excellent things she has been doing to make sure that men of God do not, I mean, some of them, obviously, do not keep on taking advantage of ordinary people. She has been an outspoken critic when it comes to all these tithe and offerings and donations and the way men of God use the Bible to line up their pocket. She has spoke about this consistently, and as someone who was a Christian, who is still a Christian, but not as devoted, or not really devoted, but not as carried away like before. She has a lot of experiences in this field. So when she said something, take it seriously. When she comes out saying that this thing that these people are saying might not be the entire truth, take her seriously, because she knows very well what she's talking about. She knows very well. Now, coming to all this whole saga about Isaac and what she has been saying and how people came attacking him and so on and so forth. Like I told you in the previous video, right? If you are not doing something impactful, if you are not doing something of much significant, no one will care. No one will care. But when people started caring about what you're doing, when people saw what you're doing and they are like, we need to do something about it, know that whatever you are doing is very, very impactful. Like I said before, something being impactful doesn't always mean that it is for the greater good, right? It can be for ill, it can be a very destructive thing, but nevertheless, it is impactful. Like the way we are now calling out some men of God for their doctrines, for their teachings. We are doing that because we have realized that what some of these men of God have been doing or are doing is very impactful. It is very, very destructive. And if we do not talk about this, if we do not draw enough attention to this, it might get to a point where people can no longer turn away from it. And like people with good consciences, we will not sit back and watch this happen. That is why we are calling out those men of God. Likewise, Isaac's own case. If the people who came after him thought that what he was doing had no significance, they will not come after him. If those that came after him and pointed a gun at his mother's head thought that what he was doing was worthless, was useless, and no one was really paying attention to him, they will not waste their time, they will not waste their energy to go after him. But the fact that they went after him, the fact that they told him to maybe take down all his videos, or they sued him, like he said, only goes to affirm what I have been saying for some time now, that what he is doing is really, really making a difference. And I honestly believe that so many people are getting saved from what he is doing. So many people who came across the videos he has done and the opinion he has shared might leave his page with a totally different view. And that is exactly what we set out to do. If one or two persons can be saved, if one or two persons can break away from the shackles of some men of God, if one or two persons can get knowledge or can be inspired, can gain knowledge from what we do, that will be a great success. That will be a great success. So I honestly believe that he is making a lot of impact. His content is making a difference. The same as Auntie Adonai, she also is making a huge difference. She is fighting for the good of common people. And we must all appreciate them. We must all celebrate them for their excellent job. We must all say to them, we know this is difficult. We know there will be sad days. We know there will be terrible days. But you must remember what you are doing is very huge. What you are doing is very significant. And so you cannot let anything stop you or slow you down. You have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep fighting. Because if you do not, a lot of people will fall victim to the charm and the false doctrines of some men of God. You have to keep on going. So thank you, Bro Isaac. Thank you, Auntie Adonai. And to every single one of you out there who is looking at what some men of God are doing and is saying, we cannot let this fly by. We have to point this out. Thank you guys very much for doing all that. I celebrate you guys. And I say, let's keep the pressure going. Let's keep the fight going. Let's keep the battle going.